Earth is the place we call home, but today we have a devastating issue which we all know about. We call this climate change. Climate change is exposing our planet Earth in danger as it's destructing ecosystems, threatening species, weather events and patterns are changing and destroying our environment. Throughout this documentary, we will be exploring many concepts of climate change, such as what is climate change, what influences and causes climate change, the impacts and problems it's causing, how it's a controversial topic, how we can try to solve the problem, and what would happen if we don't do anything. What is climate change? Climate change is one of the most controversial and challenging topics within today's society. Climate change is an increase of the surface temperature of the Earth's atmosphere. This is due to the consequences of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide which builds up in the atmosphere. The ozone layer starts to break down as more heat is transmitted. The heat doesn't rebound and stays inside the atmosphere, causing the Earth's surface to increase in temperature. In this graph, we can see the different types of greenhouse gases that have been affecting the atmosphere throughout the past 2,000 years. We can see that in 1750 we gained an increase in concentration due to human activity. What influences and causes climate change? There are many aspects that contribute to the influences and causes of climate change. One of the main contributors is human activity, the combustion of fossil fuels, as it increases the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. These gases can absorb, which causes a long-wave radiation, which disturbs the Earth's energy balance, which has an impact to the climate system. Another aspect that is contributing to the cause of climate change is land use. For example, cutting down forests has changed the amount of sunlight reflected back into space. Also, some individuals believe that climate change can be caused naturally. Some facts that they have thought about are the rotation of the Earth, solar change, and explosive volcanic eruption. Impacts and problems climate change is causing. Climate change has caused a lot of problems and impacts to our planet. Climate change has led the Earth to become very hot. As temperatures are rising, the concentration of CO2 increases. Sea levels are rising due to the expansion of water as it gets warmer. As oceans absorb CO2 emissions of air, the ocean surface will make a combination of these chemicals, which will produce acidic water and melting of ice. Climate change is causing a lot of effects in different ecosystems. This includes oceans and reefs, Arctic ice caps, terrestrial ecosystems, and islands. Climate change is also affecting the biodiversity of these environments and putting them at high risk of extinction. As the water is becoming more acidic and salty, it's causing marine life to die. As ice caps are melting due to the heat of the temperature, polar bears, penguins, and seals are losing their home. Also, the rising of sea levels are causing floods. Coral reefs such as the Great Barrier Reef in Australia are becoming bleached due to the high salinity of water and temperature. Due to high temperatures, the soils of lands are becoming dried and they are losing the nutrients. Agriculture will go down as farmers will lose their crops, which will lead to poverty. Rainfall declines and bushfires are putting the rainforest under stress as they are being disrupted and animals are dying. As temperatures, precipitations, and other conditions are changing within these ecosystems, new conditions will thrive, such as less food and resources will be able for species, which may cause the habitat of different species to become extinct or may cause species to migrate to a different place. In this map, we see the hotspots of climate change within Australia and New Zealand. We see how different parts of Australia and New Zealand are being affected by climate change and the problems it's causing to these areas. Also in this map, we see how different countries are being affected by climate change and the problems it's causing. Controversial topic. Climate change is a very controversial topic because there have been many debates whether it's being caused by humans or if it's caused naturally. The IPCC, which is a large collection of the world's most eminent climate scientists who are collecting information about the assessments and monitor state of the climate in our planet, has introduced many reports about climate change. The first report, which came out in 1990, was for developing the UN policy to deal with climate change. The second report was in 1995, which was about the mechanism of the UN Framework Convention to Climate Change. The third report, which was introduced in 2001, strengthened the case for the existence to human-induced climate change, which brought climate change the possibility of human involvement. The third and fourth report was about a constant debate of believers and cynics. Non-believers believed that human-induced climate was due to media or government conspiracy. The CO2 now stated that climate change is also controversial because some individuals believe that climate change can be caused naturally. Some facts that they have thought about are the rotation of the Earth, solar change, and explosive volcanic eruption. Some human involvement are burning of fossil fuels and deforestation. Solutions and future for the planet. Some of the things we can do to protect our planet from climate change is stop using fossil fuels, use resources that are renewable, for example biomass, wind and photovoltaics to produce fuel, stop deforestation and plant more trees. If we don't do anything about climate change, the temperatures will rise more, which will lead to many problems. To conclude, this documentary has explored the concept of climate change. What is climate change and what causes it, the problems and the things we can do to protect our planet. We need to protect our planet and the future of our kids. In the years to come, the combination of climate change and population growth could have a devastating effect on the planet and, needless to say, on humanity.